On this occasion of Doctor's Day, I am privileged to conduct an interview session with Dr. Ranjan Kumar Srivastava. He is a renowned cardiologist and also owner of this hospital, that is Renaissance Hospital Private Limited, and it is situated near Kolkata Airport, opposite to VIP Holdiras. Sir, firstly, I would like to give you a heartfelt gratitude for this Doctor's Day. Happy Doctor's Day, sir.
Thank you very much.
And sir, I would like to thank you for taking out such time from your busy schedule for this interview session.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Sir, actually, currently we are encountering some cardiac issues, and it would be beneficial for everyone to gain insight into some frequently asked questions.
Sure.
Should we conduct this session? Thank you, sir. So, firstly, we would like to know, sir, what exactly is cardiac arrest and what is the differentiate between cardiac arrest and heart attack?
See, cardiac arrest is the fallout of a heart attack.
Okay.
Exactly what it means. Cardiac arrest means the heart has stopped. Heart has stopped working. It is not beating anymore, it's not pumping. And heart attack is a layman's term for myocardial infarction. And what does that mean? It means the death of the heart muscle. If a part of the heart muscle is damaged due to lack of blood supply to that part of the muscle, it is called, and it is injured and dead. It's called myocardial infarction. And this is what is commonly known as heart attack. And as a result of this heart attack, the patient may go into cardiac arrest, which is the heart stops working. And it is a life-threatening situation which needs immediate care. And the patient needs to be revived within 3 to 5 minutes to survive. And that is cardiac arrest. It is a very serious and a very long, different chapter. We'll discuss it at some other occasion.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir, there is any warning symptom or signs that might experience during or before cardiac arrest occurs?
I would like to explain about heart attack.
Okay.
Cardiac arrest is a different subject. We will get into that after we have discussed heart attack.
Okay, sir.
At a different
Sure.
session. Now, see, heart attack has a few warning symptoms. The commonest being when the patient is exerting himself physically, such as walking rapidly, climbing, or maybe he is walking across a mountain. So these are the areas where he has to climb and exert himself very much. He may feel a pain in the center of his chest, which is somewhat compressive in nature, and it lasts from 3 to 5 minutes. And it is brought upon by exertion and relieved by taking rest. So if such a thing happens, then this is a warning symptom of an incoming disaster. If anyone who suffers from this kind of pain should immediately see a doctor, preferably a cardiologist, to find out whether it could be due to heart conditions. Other symptoms being that sometimes the chest pain is not located centrally, may be located elsewhere to the back or to the jaws, and may also sometimes move on to his left arm, sometimes both the arms, sometimes the upper part of the stomach, above the umbilicus, you may get a pain. All these are brought upon by exertion. Especially also, it is seen that when one walks post-knee, if you have taken a heavy knee and you are walking, you may experience the same symptoms. This is another very important warning sign of a future heart attack. Now, sometimes you also get sweating along with, but generally sweating is a very, very serious perspiration along with chest in a very serious kind of a warning. It is almost as if you are on the door of a heart attack. So chest pain with sweating is a warning sign and symptom where you must immediately see a doctor or reach a hospital without any further delay. Quite often, we pass it off as a gastric pain. Very commonly, people feel that this is gastric, take a few tablets of antacids or liquid antacid and it will subside. It may subside by taking antacid, not because of the antacid, but because you have been taking rest after that pain. You may be sitting down or may be lying down or while taking the medicine, and that brings about the relief, not the antacid. So sometimes we are mistaken in thinking that probably the antacid worked, and this can mislead to disaster. Whenever sometimes you get a pain in the center of the chest relating to your left arm or the jaw, these are very serious symptoms and you must immediately see a doctor. Let him verify whether it's a cardiac condition or otherwise.
We common people sometimes don't distinguish between a gas pain or a cardiac pain. Sometimes
Yes.
they confuse.
Yes, gas pain is never on the center of the chest and it never lasts to 5 minutes and generally is not brought upon by exertion. Chest pain due to exertion, walking, climbing, especially postprandial, post-meal, is one of the serious symptoms of angina. We call it angina. And the angina is a prelude to heart attacks.
So does it any alarming condition for a particular age type or?
See, no age is barred, but generally speaking, 40 plus must. Earlier we used to say 60 plus, then as days went by, it became 50 plus, and now it is 40 plus. Even very young, you must have heard quite a few. They are in the news, celebrities in the news getting a heart attack at an early age. So this could be any age. The most important is the symptom of chest pain relating to the left arm. Sometimes, rarely, we call it angina equivalent. You may not have chest pain, but shortness of breath.
Okay.
So, and compressive symptoms in the chest or said shortness of breath. Even very rarely you can have a blackout. And these are very rare symptoms. But if you have a shortness of breath, blackouts, naturally you must see a doctor. Chest pain is quite often passed off as gastric. That is where I am warning everybody who is listening to this program that whenever you get a chest pain, please consult your doctor.
Sure. So there is any lifestyle modification we can advise to people that they could change for so that we can
See,
avoid this?
there are 4 major risk factors to such kind of heart disease where the coronary arteries are blocked due to lipid deposition. We have seen that the 4 major risk factors are diabetes, high blood pressure, smoking, and high cholesterol. These are the 4 major risk factors. Other than that, we have a few minor risk factors. Foremost among them these days has become sedentary habits and stress, which is day by day increasing in the younger population. And
What
it is,
stress?
yes, work stress, peer competition, peer stress, and workplace anxiety. Also, the nature of the work today is mostly sedentary, work from home, working late hours in the night, taking all foods which are not very healthy to the human
Fast
body.
foods.
Yeah. So these are also, in a way, they are contributing to heart attacks at an early age. But the foremost are diabetes. If someone has diabetes, he needs to control his diabetes. Any uncontrolled diabetes lasting for more than 7 to 10 years is going to give rise to this complication. Other than high blood pressure, young generations are now having high blood pressure. Earlier, we used to see this after the age of 60. Now even 35, 40, at the age of 35, 40, we are getting high blood pressure. Any person who is having high blood pressure 7 to 10 years, again, has a high chance of developing coronary artery disease. Smoking is one of the most dangerous things that can happen because people generally start smoking at an early age. So, suppose somebody starts smoking at the age of 17 or 18. So by the age he's 28 or 30, he has already smoked for 10 to 12 years. Which again adds up to the coronary artery disease statistics. So these young generation smokers get heart attack at an early age, earlier than the other groups. Also, high cholesterol, which runs in families, is also a very important risk factor for developing heart disease. So we must look into these 4 risk factors. Consult your doctors. Stop smoking. There is no reduction of smoking not going to help. You have to just stop smoking or using tobacco in any form. And diabetes control, proper control, high blood pressure control, and cholesterol control. By lifestyle modification, definitely walking, reducing body weight, taking balanced food, cutting down on white sugar, cutting down on salt is going to help. Exercise under the supervision of a proper person who understands the risks of exercise. And after due consultation with your family physician, whether you are fit enough to undergo the exercises which are recommended to you. And diet, exercises are definitely going to help in modifying, and stress busters. Stress busters are also very much needed, and we must have some time for our own self, for your family, to reduce the amount of stress that is very common these days and adding up to the complications of coronary disease.
Sir, in your career, in your experience in careers, and have you seen any such thing that people are restricted having a good lifestyle and also they are having heart problems?
Yes. This generally I have seen in one lady around the age of, she was probably in her early 4th decade, and she had a heart attack, myocardial infarction, that is clinically, and we found that she had no risk factors. The general risk factors that there was no hypertension, no diabetes, no dyslipidemia, and naturally she was not a smoker, not a user of tobacco. We tried to find out other reasons like stress. We couldn't get much headway into that. She was a generally working homemaker, so not even a sedentary one. We couldn't find any reason why she had a heart attack, and she survived the episode. She underwent angiography and angioplasty, and she survived the attack. She recovered. Again, after 6 months, she had another attack. Again, she came back, and we were surprised to see that fresh lesion had taken place within a short time of 6 months. It is very unusual. She developed a significant stenosis in her left system, and again she underwent angiography and angioplasty. We also checked rare conditions like we checked her homocysteine level, and we also checked other things, but we couldn't find any reason why she had it. So there are certain factors still unknown to medical science. They are still easily learned, still to be researched and found out.
Sir, could you share some memorable case that you have done in survival of heart attack or cardiac arrest case?
With the modern medications and modern system of treatment, angiography, with angioplasty and various methods, we have seen the survival rate rising. Previously, when these were not available, the patients used to undergo heart attack. We sometimes used to use thrombolysis, but the results were not that satisfactory. Most of the patients ended up with a very poor ejection fraction, that is the pumping activity of the heart. They used to end up with 35%, 45% ejection fraction. And they had limited activities, and even lifespan used to come down. But with modern system of medications, things are better off now. The results are better. Heart survival rate is also very high. Quite a few patients have survived a very massive heart attack due to immediate intervention and angiography, angioplasty. So the myocardial was salvaged and they survived. So there are quite a few. So I cannot name you any single example, but there are quite a few.
There are many, I think so.
Yeah, and these days, most of the cardiologists are doing a very good job of angiography, angioplastics, and that's what we call revascularization in the golden hours and golden period within 4 up to 6 hours. That's giving a very good result.
And we are also very much lucky to have you and such a passionate doctor in our hospital as an MD of our hospital. So we are wrapping up now, sir.
Thank you
We
very
will
much.
come to another session. So we are now done with this, and we will come up with Dr. Ranjan Kumar Srivastava again for any other queries, and for booking appointment booking with sir. Kindly click the link below. Thank you, sir.